Now to an update on a story we first brought you a few months back. The Springfield Jewish Community Center posted on Facebook yesterday updating the community on their remediation efforts following a fire at their building back in November. They write that the building damage has been assessed and a path towards recovery and renovation is in the works. As for a timeline, they're hoping some of the repairs will be complete by February. They write that the Early Learning Center suffered the least damage. However, other areas, such as the fitness center, will need more significant renovations before they're able to reopen that space. They write in the post they are continuing to explore different ways to bring a sense of normalcy back to their JCC family. They add the support of the community continues to fuel them on the good days and the harder ones.